Keith, you think life is paraprosdokian?
Well, I would have to say yes, I do in some ways. And to me, the word paraprosdokian is kind of a fun word that I love to use. And I think probably most everybody understands it, but for those that don't, paraprosdokian is really a statement or form of speech that's used to express a certain substance, if whatever you want to call it, and then it has a completely twisted ending. Really nice to use in comics and that type of thing also. But what I wanted to mention today is when I was 86 years old, I wrote my first poem. And since then, I have written quite a number, and I published my first book of poetry when I was 89, and it's a book that I called After the Rain. And much of the book is serious, but I like to use a few things that are a little lighter and easier for people to break away from the extremely serious things. And I wrote a poem called Bad Day in Brooklyn, which probably has expressed part of my life, but we're not going to go there right now. Anyway, the poem is A Bad Day in Brooklyn. Having an extremely bad day after spending time at the bar. Now much too drunk to drive and walking more difficult by far. In my drunken stupor, a smart decision would be to take a bus, hopefully appeasing folks around me, ending their pointless fuss. The ride home, a fun-filled joy that I really don't want to discuss. Although uneventful, I had to keep reminding myself it was my first time to drive a bus. And on a similar note, probably something a little more lighthearted, is about evening news. And we've talked a lot about fake news and this type of thing. But this poem is called Evening News. Turkey bologna with mayo on rye was the sandwich I had in mind as I headed for the kitchen, a quick evening snack to find. Later I saw turkeys on TV news, spreading bologna like flies, showing absence of concern whether reporting truth or lies. The moral of the story is just in a few short words is easily to be said. Always in your mind be certain which bologna you're being fed.